everyone, it's NonnaGrace. Oops, I forgot to take off this. And I'm from Western New York. Today was a good day. I had the kids spend the night, as I had told you before. And I also got, what did I do with the card? Oh, it fell on the floor. Oh dear. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yesterday I told you I had gotten a card, a Christmas card in the mail. And today, in my comments, it was the Christmas card with the three kings, the three wise men, or kings, whatever you want.
Three kings.
Three kings, I would call them. They're the wise men as they're traveling to Bethlehem. Anyways, yesterday I asked for the person that sent it to put it in the comments, and they did. And it was, I'll put the name of his channel down below here. It was H.H. Plymouth 9473 is who Howard is. I didn't know his name, but now I know his name, which I'm very happy to know his name. Because I like to say hi, and I like to address them by their name if I know it. If I don't know it, I just say hello, and then that's it. And then I go on to my comment. And this morning I answered all my comments, and I watched a few videos. And then the kids, well, I did that while the kids were still in bed, I think. They were still sleeping. They slept well. They said that the beds didn't fall apart, which I was worried that the sheets would come untucked, but they didn't. So apparently I made them good enough. Let's see. I've got my little notebook to help me with what I did. They ate, I made waffles, homemade waffles for them. And the waffles, I always soak the flour the night before, and what I do is I put a little vinegar in the water, in the flour, in the flour and water, and I soak their flour, and that makes it a little easier. Oh, I feel like I'm running out of air. I gotta slow down. Whew. I've soaked their flour and water with a little bit of vinegar overnight, and it's to help with the digestion of the flour is supposed to digest easier, and it's a way of making sourdough.
It helps to break down the gluten or something like that.
It's better for them. And then I make the homemade waffles, and I actually have 2 irons, and the first iron I got didn't want to work, and it's because we never moved the jigger, I guess, back and forth. And Jim, I said we can just throw that one out, but he, of course, had to look at it, and it heated up. And now I've got 2 waffle irons again. I made the waffles with the oldest of them, the one that used to be my mom's, which is a General Electric. I don't know what mine kind was. But it started to work, so we put that one back upstairs, and I kept my mom's in the cupboard where I've kept it. Let's see, after the waffles, the kids played the keyboard. They were trying to play Christmas music, or Christmas songs, because that's what they're singing in choir. And they rode the recumbent bike that is in there, that's next to the music. They rode that for a while. They also, let's see, after that, then I got out, I had Caitlynn reach up to get the spirograph, because I said I can't reach it, and if I want to reach it I have to climb. So she reached up, these kids are taller than me now. So she reached up and got the spirograph down. And so we played with the spirograph. The spirograph is one that I had gotten when I was like in 8th grade, and she was amazed at how well it's kept, and everything is in there still. And I used to take very good care of my things, and I said, the box looks brand new. The whole kit looks brand new, except for the paper inside. You can see that I've used it. And the cardboard where you stick the little pin in, you can tell I've used it. After that, after playing with the spirograph, they got the pop-up tents out. They wanted to know if they could get them out. And I said, you can get them out, but you got to make sure you put them away because I can't fold them up to put them away. And the pop-up tents, you have to, you twist them and they go, they fit into a bag and they go real small. But when they pop them open, they're big, and the tunnel, they have a little tunnel that goes with it, and Ben tried to close it up and he couldn't do it, and Caitlynn said she showed him twice, but he still couldn't do it. And I said, well, I put it between my legs, and then I Velcro it shut. And so when I was Velcroing it shut, Emily came up behind me and she was putting the Velcro on the back side of it. And Caitlin ended up doing the front side, and I ended up squeezing it real tight. I said, boy, it took 3 of us to put that thing together. Emily came to do her wash this morning, and I had just thrown in the sheets from Ben's bed because I strip the beds when they're done sleeping over. And she says, no matter how early she comes or whenever she comes, she says, somebody's always doing wash. And I go, yep, I was doing the wash. I washed my sheets, and so she threw them from the machine to the dryer, and then she threw a load of her own clothes in. And then she took my sheets out of the dryer and tried to fold them, and she couldn't fold it. And I said, she goes, I know you've showed me several times how to fold the bottom sheet, but she couldn't quite do it, so I had to do it. And it turns out pretty good when I get done. It's not the easiest to do the newer ones because they're real stretchy, but the old sheets are they're a lot easier.
Of course, we never know what day she's coming to do her laundry either. She just decides when she wants to come. Right.
And then Laura came and took the kids away, and they weren't ready to go home. Tim kept saying, are you ready to go? And Caitlin kept saying, nope, she wasn't ready. She wanted to stay longer. Last night we had popcorn and we watched 2 movies. We watched a Christmas movie, and then we watched the Cheaper by the Dozen,
yep.
I think it was called.
Yeah.
And also I forgot to tell you that the day before I meant to mention this, that I had been listening to a story that was being read to us by Debbie, my Kentucky Life. I had to think for a minute, but my book is here, but I wrote it down. Debbie, my Kentucky Life. She's reading Freckles, and it's a good story, actually very interesting. It's about a young boy that's actually taking care of he goes along the fence line to make sure that the fence line, and it's like 7 miles, and he does that twice a day, so he's walking a lot of miles. And just as I was coming up here, I said, my wrist is buzzing. I get a lot of steps when the kids are here. I'm already at 5,000 steps, that's my goal, just to make 5,000. Well, I hope and Jim went out to get an egg.
Yep.
He took care of the chickens for me. He gave them water, and he brought in, my hen had a second egg today, which is very unusual for her to have 2 days in a row.
Mm-hmm. We also gave him a treat of the fat off the top of the turkey soup stock, and you mixed in
scratch, corn, and dog food so that they could have that. They enjoy that stuff, so maybe that's why it's extra protein for them, and they like the fat because it gives it flavor, probably.
Well,
I don't know if they can taste things or not.
It does help them in the wintertime too. It helps them burn energy and create heat.
True. I had you close the windows in the back section too, because I was thinking that maybe that should be closed. And it's really not very cold in the chicken house. The chicken house is still quite warm.
It's still up in the mid to upper 30s in there. Even though when the outside temperature is in the 20s, it's still in the 30s inside the coop.
And it's been sunny on some of the days, and so it's warmer yet because of the sunshine. Well, I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in my next video, so take care. Bye-bye.